Oh, and if you ask what ended up developing that chip on my shoulder, the funny thing is, when you go ahead and try to frame somebody for assault, it's pretty funny. Um, when they end up getting locked up anyway, despite it not being true, when they get out, they tend to be pretty motivated to make sure that they don't make a fucking liar out of you. Alright? You wanted to accuse them of assault? They got locked up, guilty until proven innocent? Alright. Alright, so now we understand the exact role that the justice system actually ends up playing in the matter. Alright? So now the question is, if all anybody has to do is claim that I assaulted them, despite the lack of evidence that caused the case to get dismissed, not once, but twice. Why shouldn't I go ahead and actually do it now? I mean, imagine having to deal with, for over 10 years, somebody trying to make their lie about an assault that didn't fucking happen, that they even claim to have fucking proof of. Alright? That had gotten dismissed, not once, but twice, on the grounds of lack of evidence. But they still got locked up anyway. Oh, didn't walk out of the, that jail. Yeah, ended up being, airlifted to the hospital, with the coma and the life support. So, yeah, that right there, that's some damages. Alright? So, understand. I mean, we've either got two things to talk about. We've either got to talk about the massive amount of money you owe me, or we got to talk about your honesty issue. Now, with your honesty issue, I'm going to have to address an attitude adjustment. Alright? I think for that one, I'm going to have to get my friend Louie involved. Louisville Slugger. So, yeah. Tell me why the fuck I shouldn't. While simultaneously also, like I've said, to add insult to injury, having me relentlessly provoked for over a decade, while knowing the factor that I don't fight unless I have a legitimate reason to. And the reason I don't fight, because, unless I have a legitimate reason to, is because of the factor that the last fight that I actively engaged in, I ended up causing a traumatic brain injury. Alright? Yeah, like the same type that I deal with? Yeah. So that point right there, that was where the line should have been drawn. Like, if the line would have been drawn there, and would just been like, listen, turnabout's fair play, I would have said, fair enough. But adding a decade of merciless ridicule, now, honestly, I don't even see motivation of what the level of violence earned, because what was that saying? The longer you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. Now, at that point, the question is, did, when the Mona Lisa ended up being painted, did that get hidden from public view? Like, there won't need to be a potential homicide investigation. There won't need to be a missing person search. There won't need to be a looking for the corpse. It will be presented at their doorstep in magnificently gruesome, just absolutely morbid and just, the amount of people that'll end up going ahead and puking when seeing your remains if, situation's not fixed. And when I say fixed, I mean there's a reason that the Department of Justice told you to shut your fucking mouth. And that was because after 2 times publicly having to announce dismissed on all charges on the basis of a lack of evidence, while simultaneously having the statements of every person that bore false witness. Yeah, law enforcement already understands who the actual fucking problem is. And at this point, they understand too. I'm not going to shut my fucking mouth. I mean, do they want me to shut my mouth? Because if I shut my mouth, I'm starting to file, false imprisonment lawsuits. So go ahead and talk about it and work my feelings through it. Or sue the fuck out of it and make y'all cry your way automatically to the unemployment line while I laugh my way to the bank. Choose your path. Pick your direction.